Alright, hello everyone, it's Alpha Heavy Gamer and I'm back again with another video. This time I want to revisit the one death lever issue. I made a video about this a couple of months ago. I'll put a link in the description if you want to see the full video. But I outlined a lot of the core issues around why people die once and then leave the game. And I even gave some suggestions on how to solve the issue or at least mitigate it a bit. And I wanted to go to Gaijin's roadmap, right, and give them some credit where credit is due. Now, Gaijin have meticulously documented the changes and kept players apprised via a published roadmap. There was some player angst a couple months ago, and it got them rolling on fixing some long-standing issues in the game. One death lever is probably indirectly one of those issues in the game. So, like I said, they made a roadmap. You can track it all. It's fully transparent to me, at least. While they haven't met all of the milestones yet, it's still open for everyone to see what's been implemented and what's still being probably refined for implementation later. I know, still you can't please everyone, but I consider myself a reasonable person, and this is frankly good enough for me. Alright, so let's do a small recap here. In my original one death lever video, I gave 4 suggestions that I thought would help solve the issue. And I just don't like complaining about things, flying in, squawking all loud like a seagull and crapping on everything and then leaving. That's just not how I roll. So I came up with 4 solutions I thought would fix things, and here they are. So I thought Gaijin should change how vehicle modifications impact vehicle performance. Right now, at least before, unspaded vehicles perform to me way too poorly versus a fully spaded vehicle. And I had problems with things like countermeasures not being available right away, and fire protection equipment, all kinds of stuff. I thought also number 2 here that Gaijin should change the way night battles are implemented. Because if a vehicle doesn't have night vision devices unlocked, I thought you should temporarily, or at least until you got the upgrade, not be subject to night battles. So I thought it was kind of unfair. And number 3, I said Gaijin should stop balancing vehicles by repair costs. Players are far more likely to stick in a battle if they don't have to worry about being bankrupt, or going bankrupt in the game. And number 4, you need to give players an incentive to stay in the battle, something tangible that they can use, like a bonus modifier or multiplier. Get more money if you stay in the game till the end. I thought that was pretty reasonable. Right, so what did Gaijin end up doing? So they didn't implement my solutions exactly, of course, but they did attack some of the core issues with the game in a very comprehensive way. And I think they might have come really close to solving the one death lever problem. Probably not at the end of it, but we're definitely at the beginning, I think, solving it. So here's some of the things they did. I'm going to split it up into quality of life and economy. So quality of life first. So Gaijin has changed high tier matchmaking settings for more complete battles, with the offset of that is that you have to wait a little bit longer to get into a match. Now, I really haven't experienced waiting longer, at least I can't perceive that I'm waiting longer. I don't have any data sets on that. And it's very subjective on the matchmaking settings for more complete battles. I mean, I can't really tell. So it's one of those where it's probably just a push. They say they did it. I can't really tell though. One thing they did do that I can tell the direct impact of is they moved UAVs up above 9.7. Now with the recent BR decompression where they moved some more vehicles up again, this may be one of those things where 1 step forward and 2 steps back, but still moving UAVs, drones up above 9.7 is a good idea, and that definitely will decrease the angst and the amount of agita for a player wanting to leave after getting killed once. And here's one that is excellent. Night battles are temporarily disabled. Hallelujah on that one. What hasn't been implemented yet is that in the future, it'll be kind of an opt-in where you'll select in the matchmaker whether you want night battles or not. Now, I surmise that nobody will be checking the button wanting any night battles, so it's probably just gonna die on the vine. Gaijin also made it so that you can see what battle ratings go to each map location, and that's really good. You get into a bad map, you might die once and go, the heck with this, I'm out of here. So good one. All right, next one is countermeasures and FPE will be available from the start. There's a basic version and an advanced version. If you want more details, of course, you can check it on the website. Good call by Gaijin. All right, and another great call here is that smaller maps are available for lower BR vehicles, and then larger maps will be made more available for higher BR vehicles. And this is great because there's a very big difference in performance and speed in covering map distance. Another great thing here is that maps that have been banned by a majority of players have been completely removed from the rotation, which is awesome. So far, these are killer moves for preventing or giving a player every reason to stay in the match instead of leaving after one death. There's detailed rewards log after each battle, and you can copy that onto a clipboard and share it and analyze it and all that stuff. Here's one that I have been talking about: free backups for purchases of premium vehicles. Now that right there, that was one of the major things. If you're a new player and you bought a premium vehicle, probably a high tier one, when a lot of people say, hey, don't do that, but you did it anyway, because people are free to play the game however they want to play the game. But if you did that anyway and you don't have many vehicles, those free backups really matter a lot and will help a player stay in a match. And the number of backups is dependent on the vehicle rank, and you'll know that before you purchase them. Another thing that I've been talking about is spawn points, protecting their spawn points. Now Gaijin hasn't implemented most of this yet, but they have a plan to improve indication for spawn zone protection. I won't get into it, but you can check that out on the website, but I think that's a good call right there. So like I said, they're waiting on that one, but some map changes that have been implemented though. They got rid of a lot of cheesy positions on Normandy, Alaska, Stalingrad, and the Maginot Line. Just a lot of cheese places where people could almost see straight to your spawn or as soon as you leave. Really, it got on my nerves too. I was like, come on, man. I know you're playing the game, but let me get out of the spawn first. So a lot of these changes were important, but these map changes, I think these can have the most impact, these kind of changes, on whether a player is going to hit that eject button and leave right after they get killed once. So of course, Gaijin's continuing to refine that stuff, and we ought to hit them up if we want to improve the map balance in the future. Right, so I'll hit the economy changes and then I'll wrap this up. So SL rewards have been increased even if you don't have a premium account. Repair costs has been lowered even if you don't have a premium account. And there's been some improvements to premium accounts. One of the number one things that I talked about in my previous video about things they could fix is that when you punish a player and they leave with a negative balance, that I don't think that's a good idea. So with a premium account, now all owners of that premium account will receive something like insurance, really. So when you lose SL as a result of a battle, you're going to be compensated for a lot of things, like automatic vehicle repairs, automatic ammo refill after the battle. Check the website for more details. But breaking it down to the bottom line up front is that you'll break even. That you're never going to leave earning negative SL, and that's if you have a premium account. There's also free repairs when you get destroyed by an ally. I love that. And I love that Gaijin has moved away from economic parameters by vehicle statistics, and now they instead use the average performance of vehicles of the same type at the same battle rating, when we're talking about the economy. So that's kind of a wrap with everything so far on the roadmap. And like I said in the beginning, this isn't going to please everybody, but all of these changes in the roadmap, and especially the ones that have already been implemented, I think they go a long way to decreasing the agitation level and the frustration level, and incentivizing a player to stay after one death. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. How do you think the roadmap has played out so far? Are you still leaving after one death, or do you find some of these changes have actually decreased how many times you leave after being killed once? Let me know in the comments. And it's like, if Gaijin's doing a good thing, we probably need to be positive about it. And that's all I got, guys. I'll see you in a future video. Thanks for listening. Peace.